I wake up and the world feels weightier than usual. There is a soundless warning in the air, as if the earth itself is holding its breath. Today, Bitcoin is falling. Not gently, not with the quiet poetry of snow, but in crashing, discordant waves. If there is one thing I wish I could tell myself back when optimism ran rampant, it would be this. Do not rush. Do not buy into the storm until you see what I see now. Listen, truly listen. Before I say more, if you find a fragment of yourself in my honest struggle to make sense of these volatile tides, subscribe to Crypto 101 Central. There is solace in shared knowledge, guidance in a chorus of voices. And if you crave to stay alert for the next turn, to absorb both the dread and the glimmers of hope that these markets offer, tap the bell icon. When news breaks, when I search for sense in chaos, you will hear it first. The last few days have etched themselves into my bones. Yesterday, I spoke of a tremulous line on the Bitcoin chart, a recent low, pulsing with importance, whispering promises of either comfort or collapse. Today, I watch as that line dissolves, barely a trace left on the sea of red. The liquidity there, once a gentle net for falling prices, has snapped. No bounce, no mercy, only a relentless plunge. I held my breath, finger hovering over the long button, yearning for a signal. It never came. Market did not reward the greedy or the hopeful. It punished them. So many of us, perhaps you, perhaps I, were carried away on this downdraft, all defenses stripped. The volume profile, the value area low, a fortress of data, now breached. It almost seems symbolic, as if confidence itself has fissured. Each support lost is an echo of vulnerability, each new low a testament to the market's indifference to dreams. A shock ripples through exchanges. Hundreds of millions in leveraged positions were wiped out in a single day, liquidations sweeping through overconfident hands. That figure lingers in my mind, not as spectacle, but as warning. I feel the ache of risk, the cold sweat that comes with remembering how easily triumph can turn to regret. But fortune, this time, smiled at me. Earlier, when a brief rally teased the weary, I took my gains and stepped aside, stop loss tight, risk contained. So I survive. Not richer, not poorer, just chastened, wiser. Most cannot say the same. I see it everywhere. Desperation, disbelief at how quickly fortunes fracture in this market. No stop losses, no discipline. Lured by the promise of more, many ignored the basics. Now, that promise feels hollow. I remember the triangle, elegant, symmetrical, seductive. Too clean. The kind of pattern that invites everyone to act at once. Market fainted. A breakdown, panic shorting, a reversal, and then a deeper drop. A dance of deception that humbles impatience. So I tell myself, and I confess it to you, when the pattern looks too perfect, be careful. Markets mirror collective emotion. When everyone sees the same hope, the risk of disappointment rises. Patience, caution, waiting for confirmation rather than comfort. At this edge of uncertainty, I turn back to structure. On higher time frames, I see historical support zones clustering below current levels, areas that have held before in past cycles. The market remembers. Somewhere in the mid to lower range beneath current price, there are regions where previous battles were fought. These are not just numbers. They are psychological anchors. Extensions drawn from prior highs suggest deeper possibilities, not certainties, possibilities. Areas where fear may peak and exhaustion sets in. That is where I begin paying close attention. I search for divergence, momentum resisting price weakness. RSI, across daily and multi-day timeframes, can sometimes whisper when selling pressure is fading. I've seen it before. Price making new lows while momentum refuses to confirm. That tension, when aligned with strong historical support, can shift probabilities. But I do not promise miracles. Not every signal births a new all-time high. Sometimes a bounce is just that, a bounce. Humility is the only constant companion in these markets. So what next? I wait. If price continues lower into deeper historical support, and if momentum begins to stabilize, that is when I consider acting. Not before. Fear must climax before conviction can return. If you walk this path with me, if you feel the weight of uncertainty but also the pull of curiosity, I invite you, like this video, leave a comment. How do you navigate volatility? Do you step aside? Do you scale in slowly? Your voice matters here. There are always temptations in moments like these. Fast recoveries, sudden rallies, opportunities that appear urgent. But urgency is rarely your friend. The real edge is patience. And yet, what if this is already stabilization? What if the market quietly rebuilds strength and reclaims lost structure? If key levels are recovered with conviction and strong participation, then the narrative changes. That is when flexibility becomes strength. But if rallies remain weak, if volume fades quickly, then caution remains the wiser stance. Ethereum, too, sits near important historical zones. If broader weakness pushes both major assets toward deeper support, I will watch closely. When fear peaks, preparation matters most. Remember, discipline beats impulse, structure beats emotion. The market is not simply price, it is human behavior playing out in real time. Thank you for staying with me through this turbulence. If this perspective helped you think more clearly, subscribe to Crypto 101 Central and stay connected. Tap the bell so you don't miss the next chapter. We navigate this together, not blindly, not recklessly, but patiently. We are in the storm, but storms pass.